Hey everybody, I'm Larry Smith from Larry Smith Outdoors, and we're on the water today with our good friend John Alexander, the president of Dowco Marine. And you know, you guys, we've been using Dowco's products for quite a while, and the innovation and creation that comes out of Dowco has been a marine industry leader for years now. Hey John, good to see you here.
Good to see you, Larry.
And wow, what do we have going on here? I see you call this the Nextoon, huh?
Yeah, you know, Nextoon is a new innovation that we're bringing out to the marketplace, Larry. You know, we call it Nextoon because it's not your grandpa's pontoon boat anymore, and we think it's really going to lead that next generation of pontoon boaters that are out there. And you and I know pontoon boating has gotten so big in the industry. People are fishing out of them now.
They certainly are.
They're taking their families out on them. They're using them for the weekend excursions. And where they used to have 2 or 3 boats, the pontoon boat's doing a lot of that now.
Hey John, so when it comes to the Nextoon, what really gave you this idea to come up with this? I mean, I'm looking at this when I walked up to it and I'm thinking to myself, really, this is the future here.
You know, it's a great question. It's something that we've really worked a lot on, Larry. It's one of those areas where you look at a pontoon boat and they all look the same. They're all that aluminum clad on the side of the boat. They haven't changed in 20, maybe 30 years it's out there. And the new boaters that are coming into the industry, they don't want grandpa's pontoon boat anymore.
They don't want that 25 horse motor on that aluminum boat.
They don't. You know, this is the next generation of boaters that want to get their family out there. They want to wakeboard, they want to ski, they want to fish, but they want a boat that's got a little bit more style, right? A little bit more functionality, and it's purpose built. It wasn't afterthoughts of how are we going to do this and how are we going to do that. The neat thing about Nextoon is that we have controlled really everything from the deck up on this boat is Dowco today. And we have the advantage of thinking ahead of how do we want to integrate these other components into the boat that make it more user-friendly, that make the boat last longer, and to give you better resale when you get ready to sell it, let alone a better boating experience. And at the end of the day, that's what
it's all about, isn't it?
That's what a boater wants.
Hey John, let's talk about the styling of the Nextoon.
You know, Larry, one of the things that we focused on is, you know, I keep talking about the old tin, I call it the tin boat, but it's the old aluminum fence boat that's out there. They're really 2 dimensions, right? It's that 1.25 inch wall, it's 36 inches tall, and it just goes around the boat. It's called the fence because that's really all, it's been a fence for 30 years. We really look at it as more of what's the style of the boat. So we took that 2 dimensions and we took it out to 3 dimensions. So now you get a flared front end. Why is that important? Well, number one, we can put storage in behind it, and it also lends that curb appeal that makes the boat just look nicer and more sleeker on the water. The other thing we did to the styling is that we bulked it up. So this has fiberglass reinforcement behind that plastic. So it's as strong as the fiberglass boats that we talked about earlier, but we can produce them in 10 minutes versus 1 part per day. So it's going to drive that cost down on it. The other thing it allows us to do is quickly change the color tones and change the contours. So where we're protruding in the front, we can pull it in on the sides, and then we have all of our joints here, and this is how we expand the boat. So I can take the styling of this boat, which this is a 22-footer here, and by changing this 1 panel out here, and instead of having a 2-foot panel here, I'll expand that out to a 4-foot panel, and this goes from a 22-foot to a 24-foot boat in just a matter of minutes.
Boy, that's easy.
And it's cheap. I mean, it really helps our customers save money, build a boat that's expandable, and build it at just a small portion of the price increase on it, right?
Makes total sense to me. It's definitely the wave of the future, John. Hey John, let's go through some of the features that the Nextoon has and show everybody at home how really innovative this boat is.
Okay, Larry. Well, you know, honestly, Nextoon has pretty much all the features of a standard pontoon boat. Now, we've added a few more. What I tell you is we've innovated. We've done them a little bit differently. For example, the bimini top. You look at this boat, and on a traditional tin boat like we talked about, that bimini always is an afterthought. It's bolted on top of it, it's clunky, it's in the way, it rattles, it doesn't look like it was meant to be on the boat. It looks like, oh, by the way, remember, we got to put a bimini on this boat. We did it a little bit different on Nextoon. Let me show you how we're doing this.
Okay.
It's like a convertible car. So what you do, you push down the buttons, you open it up, and you have a locker here, open it up, and a locker here.
Okay.
And inside here, Larry, lies our easy up bimini. So with 2 fingers, anybody, grandma,
that's it?
Your mom, anybody, can come in here, put the bimini up, and 2 fingers. It locks in automatically here. You take your lockers, you scroll them back down. They lock into place. And now you're running in the, what we call the radar position here. This is probably where you're gonna run the bimini most of the time. It now gives you back the full walkthrough. We have the gate that comes in on the side so that you have no security problems with children or pets, but it allows you now full access on the center walkthrough. The center walkthrough is about 60% of the boats that are built in the pontoon model. There's also that side walkthrough where there's an L group back here.
Okay.
The Nextoon comes in either version of that. This just happens to be the center pontoon today. Now, if we want to, we'll take the bimini top off and I'll show you how we deploy this in one of the other features that we call the rad.
That sounds good, John. Very interesting.
Now, when we take the top forward here, Larry,
Okay.
you're gonna notice that it deploys going forward. And when I get to the forward position here, I'm gonna take off these rapid adjustable deployment arms and I release a button. This allows this arm to flex in and out.
Wow.
I adjust it back, I snap it on with our Dowco hardware, and then I'm gonna come over to the other side. I'm gonna do the same thing. I push the button so the arm can adjust out, goes over the top of our lock. Now, see how your pontoon's typically really loose? The only thing you have to do is reach up and just with a simple pull,
Is that sweet?
your bimini's nice and tight and set every time the right way. It doesn't rattle, it doesn't shake when you're going down the lake. Super, super firm. We got this in an 8, 10, and 12-foot versions.
And no straps.
No straps. Pop it loose, and then the arm comes back, and then you're ready to deploy. Again,
Boy, it doesn't get any
a
easier.
little down pressure, break it loose so it's off tension. Our quick set buttons, snap it in, and then we're back to So then, Larry, when you're taking down the bimini top, what you're gonna do, whether you're on the inside of the boat, you open up the safety gate in the back, you
Okay,
slide it in.
that's sweet.
It's like a pocket door in your bathroom, right? It slides
Right.
into the wall. This is our easy lift top. What you do is you take these, put them to the back position here, and it's designed so that one person can put the bimini down. Now, if you're an older person or somebody with a shoulder or rotator cuff problem, with 2 fingers, you can take our bimini top, lower it down, and you don't have to worry about it crashing to the bottom. It lowers it nice and slow, slide it in. Now, we'll normally boot the cover, but for the demonstration today, we'll just leave the cover loose.
Okay.
What you can end up doing, if you're gonna you're just running in for lunch, and you don't wanna have to put the bimini boot on, you don't have to worry about it. You can store it like this for the night or for the weekend. Close it down, lock them down,
Done.
and now your bimini's stowed away.
That is sweet. That's definitely innovation right there, John. Hey, John, one thing I've not really seen on this boat is that there's got to be a cover for it, right? I mean, you guys, that's what you guys are known for, are covers. Where's the cover?
So what I'm gonna show you now is the first time anybody's seen it.
Right.
This is our patented Dowco cover system. So what you do is there's a trap door back here. You open up and you raise the roller system, and then you take the cover,
Okay.
which is wrapped up into here, and there's a leader cord on it, and the cover comes out of the back, and as I walk it forward, the cover's coming out completely out of the boat. Till I get to the front, I pull a few more feet till I see the end piece of it, and you hear those clicking
Yep.
right near the middle of the click, and when I stop hearing the click, now I can unfold the cover, come to the back, and if you start in your back corner, roll that down.
Right.
You know those little clips I showed you earlier? And you start clipping your cover in underneath the boat.
That's it?
That's it. She clips right into the side of the boat.
Oh.
No more snaps,
Yeah.
contoured to fit the side of the boat.
Boy, that's quick.
And then you unfold the other side, and then I'll do this whole side, and then you come back and you do that whole side.
Okay.
Now to take the cover off, you just come into the boat, you do the dock side first, you reach over the edge, you fold this into a third, you come in around the back, you undo your snaps by just lifting them and pulling them out. And then I'll start from the front of the boat again. Put a little bit of tension on it.
That is way, way too easy.
And that's your cover. Stowed away.
I'm sold. Right.
Yeah, well, we figured, again, it's got to be about convenience. You want to keep your cover on your boat. You can quickly pull it out and use it as, a lot of people don't put up the poles every night. They use it as the dew cover.
Right.
Just so when you come out, the leaves, the seagulls haven't left a mess on your boat. it just captures the dew, fold it up, and you put it away, and you're off and boating again. So it's about that convenience, speed, and ease of use.
Hassle-free, John.
Hassle-free.
Hassle-free. Wow, that is innovation again.
Well, you want to go for
I'm
a ride?
impressed. I can't wait. I didn't think you were ever going to say that. Hey, John and Angela, thanks for inviting me over to Manitowoc today to see the Nextoon. Wow, what an incredible pontoon, and I love the innovation things that you've done to it.
Well, Larry, we appreciate having you. We've been a long-time sponsor of your show.
We appreciate that.
And we really love what you're doing for our industry, and we're glad that we could take you and show you Nextoon a little bit. Angela and the rest of the team have done an amazing job, really, I think, putting together the next level of pontooning. And we hope you enjoyed Nextoon.
I loved it, John. Hey, let's go grab something to eat.
Sounds great.
Sounds good. Angela, thank you.
Sorry.